righty, welcome back, my friends. How we doing? Hopefully good. Buenos días, mi amigos. Tesla shot. Yeah, we're getting close to a Tesla shot. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. J-Rocks really wants me to take a Tesla shot. I got a better tequila, man. I'll show you. Hold on. Sincoro. ASMR. This is good stuff. That's the good stuff right there. Morning, guys. Welcome back. We're already talking about tequila. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. What's going on? All right. Well, here's my broker, because this morning is looking pretty good again, my friends. Man, jeez, it's yeah, it is what it is, right? Hard work, dedication, really zoning in on that strategy that I try my best to share with you guys here every day for free here on the live stream. It's paying. So here's my broker today. Here's everything that I'm holding, that I'm still holding. I'm holding 5 NVIDIA 615s from yesterday, which is going to be up a lot. I'm holding 10 Snow 205s. I'm holding about $10,000 worth of Tesla this morning, and then that Shopify swing trade. As of this morning, I am up $15,000. So another potentially major day here. $15,000 up this pre-market, and the account is back to $73,000. So we could be due for another little withdrawal here to end the month. Honestly, I might just take another 25 out if I get there, and put this back to 50K for the start of February, and have a $75,000 withdrawal month. So insane, man. I hope you guys, you guys that have been watching me for a while, this is not normal. This is definitely a level up here on the YouTube channel. This is definitely a level up just in general in my trading. And for you guys that have watched me for some time now, you know that, okay? You know that. This is not something, and this is not the size that I typically trade. But I told myself, coming into this year, I said, you know what, man, you've been really consistent for almost 5 years now. You have been doing well in your trading, and maybe it's time to, take a little shot, get a little bit more aggressive, start stepping out of the comfort zone just a little bit, and see if what you can do, see if you're comfortable with it. And, so far so good. So I hope it, more than anything, guys, I hope this helps you. It's not all about, I share it because I hope it's inspiration. I know it's a lot of money. I know it's getting into, that sort of, I don't want it to come across, egotistical. I don't want it to come across, self-centered. It is a lot of money, but you guys have seen, you've seen it go from, not a lot to a lot, and it hasn't, nothing has changed in the trading that I do besides just scaling up, right? The strategy is the same. The break and retest is the same. It's big risk for 50,000, but I'm not really thinking about that, man. I've already withdrew 50,000. So really the accounts, I'm sort of implementing in a way, sort of how Rake, if you guys know who Rake Trades is, he does something similar, where, his account, he takes money out of his account, but he also understands, how much he's up on the month and how much money technically he is green. So I'm okay taking a little bit more risk, because of that, right? Because of that withdrawal that I did. So yeah, that's it, right? That's it. I mean, so hopefully you're learning. I do these live streams. I'm never going to stop for $0, and I hope you guys are enjoying them, man. I hope you're enjoying it. So let's jump into it. Press that like button if you could. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. We live stream every single morning here on YouTube. We talked about every trade on here on the live stream that I was looking at yesterday, right? We were talking about snow yesterday. I was telling you guys about, some concerns there on that snow trade. I was talking you through that NVIDIA swing trade that I was in yesterday. We were talking about Netflix analysis. We were talking about Shopify analysis. So all the analysis is provided here on YouTube for free. And I hope you guys, have taken advantage of some of that from being here in the morning. So let's start it up again. Let's do it again. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. All right, here we go. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's jump into today. So today, big earnings. Big earnings. Economic calendar. Here we go. Who's my ass? Survey, you think I'm blind, man? You think I'm just not here? Right? I'm just not here, not going to take profits on the trades that I'm up on. I'm just, oh God, the market's falling. What will I ever do? I can't sell my contracts. Yeah, hey man. Hey, guys, trust me. That kind of comment, it means nothing to me, okay? When you know what you're doing trading, right, and you actually know, you think people care about what these people say. I'm sure he's lost his ass plenty of times, and I'm sure he will continue to. So, all right. Anyways, why am I on this economic calendar? This is not the economic calendar I want. All right. Here we go. It's funny because I actually would enjoy if the market went down because I trade better to the downside. He clearly does not know that. So here we go. Today is Tuesday, and today at 9 o'clock we have S&P Composite HPI. Nothing, I don't think there. HPI 9 o'clock. We'll see if there's any reaction there at 9 o'clock. Just be aware of that. Be aware of that 9 o'clock time frame. See if there's anything there. 10 o'clock, I think you'll probably see a little bit of movement, right? So be careful of that 10 o'clock. Definitely be profit taking if you are in some swing trades. If you're in some upside, which I am, right? I'm definitely going to be profit taking, which I already did majority, guys. So if you're not aware of this, because if you're not in the group, you probably don't know. I've taken a lot of profits off from yesterday, right? I was scaling out end of day to protect myself, and I will always do that. That is the number one priority in my trading is scaling out of winners to protect it, right? To take some risk off, to alleviate some overnight risk, right? That is always my plan. And today, I'm going to assume that I will be out of majority of my trades before end of day today. Because I do not plan on holding this type of size into these major earnings tonight, right? There are some major earnings tonight, AMD, Microsoft, and Google. So, what's the point? For me, it's just not worth the risk. I would enjoy a nice sleep tonight. I don't feel like sitting up, waking up every hour, even though the market's not even moving, and being concerned about the swing trades that I'm in. So I will most likely be out of majority of my trades by end of day today. There are some major earnings tonight, AMD, Microsoft, Google. Be aware of those if you are in swing trades. That can definitely affect the market. And then again, today, you have consumer confidence and JOLTS at 10 a.m. So about a half an hour into the market today, you could definitely see some volatility. Another thing to be aware of if you are in swing trades, okay? So very much be aware of that. This is how you protect yourself. This is how you protect your gains. That is very, very key. All right. So, Wednesday, tomorrow, non-farm employment change, employment cost index, federal, and then FOMC, right? The big thing tomorrow, FOMC. That's another reason to, be scaling out of positions into FOMC. I'm sort of looking at this week as first half, second half, right? So today and tomorrow, whatever trades I'm in, take it, play some things, but take profits. Wednesday, sort of that middle of the week, and then see what happens back half of the week, Thursday, Friday, and just be fluid, right, through all of these events. Just make sure you're not over leveraged. Make sure you're understanding of the positions you're in. Make sure you're understanding of the upcoming events to make sure you can protect your profits, protect your portfolio. This is number one priority, okay? So tomorrow, FOMC. Thursday, you got unemployment claims, manufacturing PMI. Friday, average hourly earnings, non-farm and unemployment rate, and consumer sentiment, okay? So really, all we're worried about today is 10 o'clock, JOLTS. Very big there today. And then tomorrow, FOMC, all right? That's that. All right, let's go to the earnings calendar because this is big stuff here, guys. You are approaching, this is really the main week, right? This is the main week of the earnings calendar. This is the week that gets pretty hot. It is the week of Apple, the week of Amazon, the week of Meta, the week of everything, right? So here it is, right? You got to make sure you know this. Here's the big economic calendar. So today, this morning, you had Pfizer, GM, UPS, JetBlue. I'm actually interested to see what JetBlue did. But tonight, the main event, Microsoft, AMD, Alphabet. You saw AMD weakness yesterday, and you saw AMD sort of underperform the market. This is because earnings is approaching. I would expect this again from AMD, okay? I would expect AMD to not do much today. I am totally retiring AMD today. AMD stayed in a channel all day yesterday. It had incredibly high IV and likely just burned contracts all day. So I would stay away from that a little bit. Be careful of that AMD sideways action, and be careful of the high IV due to earnings. Alphabet or Google is tonight as well. Microsoft is tonight as well. All right, so I don't think there's anything wrong with retiring those three trades for today. I don't think there's anything wrong than, just not looking at Microsoft, AMD, and Google today. Understanding earnings are tonight. And we can absolutely look for an earnings continuation move tomorrow, right? We can come into tomorrow with those earnings out of the way and just look for those continuation moves. I think that's the better opportunity. Tomorrow morning, Boeing, that's going to be very big, right? We have seen Boeing be under some pressure, so very interested to see how that earnings call goes. Qualcomm, Wednesday after close. And then in terms of market cap, probably bigger, if not about the same, Thursday. Apple, Amazon, Meta. I'm actually interested. I wish I could see the market cap numbers next to each one of these names. Which market cap is bigger here? Does anyone know off the top of their head? Who wants to calculate this? Which one's bigger? Is Microsoft, AMD, Alphabet bigger, or is Apple, Amazon, Meta bigger, right? As a group, which one has a bigger market cap? I'm going to go ahead and say, I think it could be very close. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a bigger market cap. Apple, Amazon, and Meta as a group is bigger than Microsoft, AMD, and Google. As a group. I'm not talking about, you guys think this is the bigger one? Group A or Group B? Say that. Group A or Group B? Group A? Group B? I don't know. It's a good question, actually. Thursday's group? I don't know. Group A, Group B. Someone calculate. Someone calculate. All right. Anyways, regardless of that, guys, they're both monstrous, right? Regardless of that, they're both monstrous earnings. A lot of people B. A lot of B's in the chat. B. Yeah, I think B. I think it might be B, but we'll see. We'll see. Regardless, they're both going to affect the market. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. Let's jump into the futures. All right. Nasdaq futures. So right now, you guys can see we have hit one of our very key levels, right? We hit our very key level here on Nasdaq at around that 17,735. You guys can see that right there, right? Yesterday, we were talking about that trend. We were looking to see if it would break, and we were talking about that number one, 17,580, right? 17,580. We had this previous level we were watching, right? We talked about 17,580 level in very close detail. We said If the Nasdaq could get above this 17,580, right, and turn it into support, then we would see potential upside continuation. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what it did and how that worked out perfectly in just a second. 17,580 was that previous low, these previous lows, some of these rejection highs, right, from the pre-market. And we were talking about, hey, if we can get above this level, I like that for upside continuation, and we did just that yesterday. After holding above that 17,580, we got a big squeeze, and we got right into these Thursday highs, right? You can see that is where we are rejecting in the pre-market this morning, right at the Thursday highs on the Nasdaq, right here. So this is your next major level to be watching above, this 17,735. This is very clearly the previous highs from Thursday of last week. So we are not going to be entering longs as we get close to that level, right? That's a very big supply level that we have to be aware of. And if we reject this level, right, we could definitely see some pullback, which we are seeing right now, okay? Now, the level that has to hold on this pullback today to, I believe, maintain a potentially, upside move in the short term, I think you really want to see these previous highs all right here and these lows turn into a demand, right? Anywhere between around this 17,650 to 17,630 is where I believe you would want to see the market come back down to, which actually this pullback right here is fantastic for bulls, right? This pullback that you're seeing right now is exactly what you want to see here for the bullish entry, right? You want to see us come back down to this 17,630 to 17,650. You want to see if the Nasdaq can hold above that Friday high. This is a potential, as of right now, this is a potential break, right, and retest of Friday's highs. If we maintain this area today, right, and we turn that into a new support, this could be the next long entry on a higher low above Friday's highs. Now, if we break back under Friday's highs, which are right here, right, I'll go ahead and just put this here for now. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. 1 second. If we break back under this Friday high right here, right, this is where your eye should be today, right here. This is big, right? This needs to be on your watch. If we break back below this Friday high, if we do something like this and we break back below it, you're going to move lower, okay? This is going to pull back even further. So you have to, in my opinion today, to hold very strong in the short term, right? For a strong short-term structure to build, I believe you need to hold above that Friday high. If you break under that Friday high, not as interested in this sort of continuing, especially with a lot of earnings coming up in FOMC tomorrow, right? I would be a little bit careful on that. Group A, 5.2 trillion. Group B, 5.6 trillion. All right. Thank you, guys. Hey, Matt and Margin, thank you guys for doing the research. Looks like you guys got it just about the same. Nice. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for taking that little time. Thanks for answering the question. So Group B, a little bit bigger. All right. So that's that, right? That's my very big watch today. What happens at the 17,630? What happens at the Friday highs? Do we turn this into a support today, or do we fall back below it? And if we fall back below it, you're coming back down to the 17,580. And the 17,580, let's go ahead and look at that now, right? Look at how key this was yesterday, guys. All right, this was something we were screaming and hollering about in the chat yesterday, if you're part of it. This was the key move of the day, okay? So what you can see here is this low from Wednesday of last week. You can also see some of these rejections, right, from the pre-market yesterday and on Friday. This was all at 17,580. Now, if we break this down on the 5-minute chart, look at how perfect this was yesterday on the Nasdaq, right? You can see we had a previous high and a rejection early morning at 17,580, okay? Now, what happened later day, right? Look at how beautiful this is. This was a perfect break and retest hold above that previous high. Just an absolutely gorgeous little flag and breakout here on the Nasdaq right above that pre-market high, right above that intraday high, a perfect rejection level, right? A perfect rejection level into demand, right? Just look at how perfect that is. So that was the key yesterday, right? This is what you were looking for to take your entries to the upside. It was right here. This was it. And that was a beauty. So congratulations to those who caught that. That was a perfect intraday trade, a perfect intraday setup. I'll show you what it looked like during the time, right? I'll show you what it looked like during that moment, because you can start to see it forming. You just have to be, this is what experience brings, right? The experience brings the ability to sort of see these things happening real time. That's the key. Can I see it start to occur real time? And it was right here, guys. So I'm going to pull up it right there and right here. Oops. So this was real time, right? Real time as the market's trading. This is part of the group. You can see just right here, guys, right? Key NQ level. Look at see how that's setting up? This and this. This was the move of the day, really. This was the entry of the day. You can see how it sets up there. That's the key, right? Can I spot these things intraday? Can I start to see these things setting up? Could create an interesting end of day, letting the chat know about it, right? This is the type of stuff you need to be looking for intraday to really catch those really fantastic entries. So that's that. Hopefully you guys can see that. Hopefully you understand why that market moved higher. That was the key right there. All right, let's move on. QQQ. QQQ did the exact same thing, okay? QQQ did the exact same thing. So I'm actually going to delete this level for now because I think you need to pull back to that Friday high. But here's the QQQ. 15-minute chart QQQ. You can see we got our big push yesterday. Where did we get our push into? We got our push right into that supply, right? Right into that 429. And that is exactly where you are rejecting, right? 429, 429. Seeing a ton of videos of me faking my account. Okay, man, here you go. Here you go. Whoever thinks I'm faking my account, come on into the live stream. Send them this live stream link. And here it is. Right in front of your face. I post a login. Okay, I'm not even going to get into that. Okay, that's unbelievable. All right, so previous highs. You guys can see right here. Go watch my video from yesterday where I log into my account live for everyone to see. It's whatever. It's a never-ending battle with the online community, man. But whatever. So previous highs, right? 429. You can see it right there. Very clear supply up there. What I want to see, right? What I want to see here is this high on Friday, right? The high from Friday to turn into a support, right? The high from Friday to turn into a support. That's what I want to see. So you can see right here, 426, right? 426. That is the key. That is the Friday high from the QQQ. If we can pull back to that level, then I would look for that hold and look to see if that turns into a support, right? Previous rejections, right? And look to see if that holds around 426 today, okay? That's the key. If we can get a pullback to 426, look to see if that holds as a demand. Right there, okay? Very, very key, 426. Keep an eye on that. And then, of course, supply 429. All right, let's continue. ES. So what do I really want on the ES today, guys? What would be the cleanest opportunity on the ES? In my opinion, pretty soon people are going to think I'm faking myself. Yeah, this ain't me. This ain't me. So you guys can see right here, right? Previous highs. This is really what you want to see, right? You want to see this pullback. This is really the spot that you'd want to be long. That's the most interesting to me. So as of right now, we can definitely see this supply stepping up on the ES. We can definitely start to see this downside coming in. It looks to me like you need to come back to 49.30 today, right? Because this is that previous high, This is a too quick of a squeeze, right? This is too quick of a squeeze to not want to pull back, right? This is too much upside, pretty much straight up, without requiring something of a pullback back to our previous breakout point, and then looking to see if that sets up a new long, okay? So that's really the spot, guys. Previous rejection. See if that turns into a support today around that 49.30, 49.32 area. That would be the key for me. I would probably not do anything until we get that pullback today. That's probably the best trading opportunity of the day, is to try to see if you can get that pullback. Be careful on longs into that 49.50, 49.55. All right? Let's go to the SPY. It's pretty much the same thing, right? We can see on the SPY just a little bit too far too fast, right? I'm not in love with those types of moves. Now, of course, I liked it with swing trades, right? I was very happy to see the market spiking. But, I know that this is not very sustainable upside, right? I know that this is a previous high, and I know we got that squeeze above it yesterday. But again, guys, what do we want to see, right? For real structure on the market, for a healthy move to the upside, we want to see these levels get retested. So for me today, I would not mind to see the SPY pull back towards that 489, right? Try to hold here and then see if this sets up a new long opportunity, right? See if this previous high and this previous high turns into demand right around this area, and then see if that turns into a new long opportunity. That's probably, again, in my opinion, your best long opportunity of the day, right around that 488, 48.50, 489 area. That would really be the spot you'd want to look for, right? Any long before that level has the chance of drawdown, right, into this level. So why not just be a little bit more patient for it? I think, think about this logically, right? With FOMC tomorrow, with some big earnings tomorrow or tonight, right? It's sort of questionable whether you're going to get another big move to the upside, right? And I would be more than happy to wait for something like that and then see if that sets something up, right? So just be aware of that. IWM, awesome trade yesterday, guys. We took this in the group. This was that 20 SMA demand we were talking about in the live stream. This was beautiful. 195, right? You guys can see right here. 195, that 20 SMA level. Perfect hold there on that 20 SMA. And a beautiful long opportunity. Very nice upside on the IWM yesterday. Today, I would sort of be watching to see if these previous highs, right in this general area, turn into support, right? Do we turn this little 198 area into support today? This would be something I'd watch. If the IWM really wants to stay strong here, I think it's going to need to hold above these previous highs, right? All in this 198 area. So I'd watch that 198 on IWM as a potential retest level. This 200 is absolutely going to be a major level above, so be careful of 200, right? And even over 200, you still got some levels above. So let me see, maybe around like this, around that 201, right? You still got that 201. You got around this 20. You got a lot of some of these previous rejections on the 4-hour. So I would be a little bit careful of those. I think 200 psych is going to be probably a major one, which you can already see is rejecting this morning. All right, you can see this 200 psych level rejecting. So I would personally want to see if this holds very strong today. If it does, then maybe you get that continuation, that 198. All right, Tesla. So here we go again, right? Just for all the fakes, all the fake trades. Here's Tesla. Here's my account. You can see right now I am in Tesla 195 calls, right? I can move this around. I can press things. Yep. If this was a fake account, it would be red everywhere saying that it's a simulated trading account. You guys know that, Interactive Brokers. So right now I am in Tesla 195 calls and Tesla 190 calls. 190s for this week and 195s for next week. As of right now, those look to be up about 100% for next week, which is pretty insane. So this is what I'm holding on Tesla right now. All right, this is what I'm holding on Tesla right now. And I'm going to explain to you why I entered that just really quickly. You can go watch my video from yesterday. if you really want to get sort of more detail into why I entered this position. But let's talk through Tesla and the very, very key move that it did yesterday. There was a very major key move that we did yesterday, and it was right here, right? It was right here, this 187 level, right? This was the Friday high. We had a Friday high at 187, right? And yesterday, we had a perfect hold above it, right? A perfect hold above it. You can see right here, right? Friday highs. Look at that hold above 187 yesterday. Look at that hold above 187 yesterday. 2 perfect holds over Friday highs. And this was the reason I entered my swing trade, right? You can see right here. Taking a long on Tesla at this 187 retest, right? It was a hold above Friday's highs, and the risk reward just made a whole lot of sense. All right, you can see right there. This was our trade at around 116 yesterday in the group. So that was what I was looking for, right? The fact that Tesla turned Friday's highs into a new support right there is incredible, right? That's an incredible little flip there on Tesla. And because of that, I was willing to long Tesla, and we can see that this thing is moving higher this morning. The levels to watch today, right? The levels to watch today, in my opinion, number 1 is 194. 194 is a very important previous low here, guys, right? And this is a big break over 194. See this? Right? This is the 4-hour chart. You see this low over here? This is back from October. Right? That's 194, that low. As of right now, you can see Tesla is holding over 194, right? 194. Right there, you see that little maintain over that 194 level. If Tesla maintains over 194 today, I would assume it pushes higher, possibly towards that 200. If Tesla breaks under 194 today, then here's what I'm watching on a little bit more of a shorter term. Right, you can see that 194 is holding right now. If Tesla is to break under 194, I would assume it gap fills, right? At the very least. If you get under 194, I would assume you gap fill to 192.50, okay? This is the gap fill right here. I would assume Tesla tries to fill that gap if you break under 194. If you break under 192.50, all right, if you break under this 192.50 and this 194 level today, you're coming back down to these highs from yesterday, 191, okay? So these are the 3 levels I'm watching if Tesla pulls back. 194, gap fill 192.50, and then the previous highs, 191. All 3 of these levels are levels that I'm watching on Tesla today, okay? Under 191, I don't like the long anymore, right? If we fail to hold all 3 of these levels, right, if we fail to hold all of this, then I do not like the long anymore under 191, okay? So very key there. Those are my 3 levels to watch. Gap fill, that previous low from 194, and then this 191. Obviously, supply above, probably going to start stepping in close to that 200 area. All right. NVIDIA. So if NVIDIA sets this up today, that would be criminal, man. This would be a criminally clean hold, man. It might, right? It might. Does NVIDIA want to do it again? This would be very interesting today. I have a low expectation of it doing it because of just how absurd it would be, but this is a previous very clear double top on NVIDIA, right? You can see right there. We have a double top around $628 on NVIDIA. As of right now, NVIDIA has squeezed over that level. And in my opinion, potentially flagging back into 628. If we turn this double top high right here into a new support today and flag down into 628 and see a demand off of that, that is an insane move. I have low expectations of this. Let me just make that clear because, man, would that be a crazy continuation. With AMD earnings tomorrow, FOMC tomorrow, AMD earnings tonight, FOMC tomorrow, it would be insanity to me to see this go again. But maybe it does, right? And you have to keep that on watch, right? And we talked about this verbatim yesterday, guys. If you were in the live stream yesterday, we talked about this verbatim. We said how everyone's going to continue to believe that NVIDIA can't move higher. And as long as it's holding the structure on the market, it will move higher, okay? It does not matter what your mind is making you believe, okay? Your thoughts of NVIDIA cannot go higher means jack shit, okay? It does not mean anything. What matters is what's happening on the chart. And we talked about this yesterday. The reason I was long NVIDIA is because it was still holding bullish structure, right? NVIDIA was holding above previous highs and turning it into demand, right? And so if it does it again, right? If NVIDIA holds this again and turns those previous highs into new support, it can go higher, okay? And this is something you need to keep in mind when you're trading. You cannot make things up in your head to make you believe what's going to happen on the charts. You have to go with what's actually on the charts. And so for now, if NVIDIA is holding over Wednesday, Thursday highs, it's going higher, right? If NVIDIA goes under this level, that's where I think it starts to get a little weak, right? If NVIDIA falls back below here, then you start to see that weakness come in, right? Probably back down into 618, okay? Probably back down into 618. So today, right, if NVIDIA is holding this previous high, this can absolutely move again. If it breaks under these previous highs, that is where you will likely get the drop into 618, okay? That's what I would be watching today on NVIDIA. Very key, very interesting opportunity here if NVIDIA holds these double top highs. AMD retired for today. You can see AMD is just stuck in this channel, guys. I would not touch AMD today. IV is going to probably be in the 100 percentile. I would be very far away from it. It's probably just going to do this all day. Yeah, let's just move on. Let's skip this one. We're going to skip Microsoft. Microsoft just made way too big of a move yesterday to be interested in this before earnings. The only entry that I would have any interest in on Microsoft is a pullback to 407. So not going to touch Microsoft today because I don't even think it's going to pull back to 407. If it does, I'll sort of eye it. But, yeah, not interested in a straight-up squeeze before earnings. That's a recipe for disaster. Google, you know, you could watch it, but I'm just going to flip through these earnings plays today because they have earnings and I'm not going to trade them. Google, 154.50, possibly holding above those previous highs today, right? Possibly setting up another upside move. Earnings, high IV, not interested. So AMD, Google, Microsoft, guys, 3 stocks reporting earnings after hours. Not interested in them. I would wait for tomorrow, right? Let's wait for tomorrow. Let's wait to see what happens on these earnings plays. All right, let's move on. Meta. So Meta, awesome hold of that 394 yesterday, right? We talked about this 394 yesterday. Perfect demand hold, perfect squeeze. We got above the highs of 397. And now we have this 400 level. These are the levels that I'm watching today. All right, so what am I looking for on Meta today? Let's see if we get a pullback to 400. Let's see if that holds. Let's see if we break 400. Let's get a pullback back to this high, right, and back to this high, right around that 397. And if we break 397, then we're coming back down to that 394. But at this point, right, after you see this push, guys, what do you want to see? All right, look, push. Pullbacks, right? It always is followed by pullbacks. You need to have in your mind that after a big push, I need to wait and I need to have patience to wait for the pullback. So where is the pullback levels that I would like to see? This is really the pullback I'd like to see right here. This would be the cleanest opportunity, right? Right back to that breakout point. That would be the sexy long right there at 397. So I would probably be patient for that today. You could maybe watch 400, okay? You could maybe watch 400. That would be a little bit more aggressive, but I think it's possible. So you can see right here, 5%, or I'm sorry, why do you say 5%? 5-minute chart, you can see right here, 400 if you pull back to this area, right, this could be something to watch around that 400, right? So watch out for that 400 there. If you break under that, then I think this could set up your really interesting long back to 397, right? And that's something I would be watching. So 400, 397 on Meta. Shopify. Let's see if it can hold up, man. Let's see if it can hold up. But yesterday we got our squeeze, right? This is that Shopify trade we've been sort of eyeing for the last few weeks. Shopify finally got over that 83, and it's been holding that 79.80 level, right? And that 20 SMA. So we finally got our push over 83. So what are we looking for today? What I would really like to see is Shopify to hold above this level, right? This is really what I want to see today on Shop. If Shop breaks back under 83, I'll probably take the swing trade off, just because it's a good time to, sort of take some profits and de-risk my portfolio. I would want to see Shopify hold over this 83 level today, right? I would want to see Shop hold over this 83 level today, right? If that sets up, that could be very interesting. That is a previous quadruple top at 83. If you get that hold here, right, that could set up your next upside move. So 83 on Shop. If you break back under this, I'll probably take my swing off. I'll go ahead and pull my portfolio up again. So here's Shopify, right? You can see right here. I'll probably take this off today if Shopify breaks 83, right? I'll probably just take that risk off and close out this portfolio, okay? 83. The Shopify February 2nd, 83 calls. All right. Let's jump into Snow. So Snow, I'm definitely going to de-risk a little bit more today because I think yesterday was really the move I was looking for, right? I was looking for this break of trend, right? And that upside push, right? So that is, really the move that I wanted, and it occurred. So I need to be careful getting a little bit too greedy here. For now, I like the hold I'm seeing on Snow above these previous highs around that 206, right? You can see 206 right here. Right here, 206. You can see all these rejections around 206, 205.50. Yesterday, 206. And you can see in the pre-market today, 206, 206.50. So if Snow holds above here, I think it's still valid for more upside. There is a lot of overnight risk tonight for me to maintain this position. So I'll probably just, in terms of in light of risk management, I'll probably take some more profits off on this because I am seeing some supply step up around this 210, 210.50 to be cautious of. But, on a larger term picture here, if Snow holds above 206, I would assume it tries to, continue higher, right? If it creates a new low here, a higher low at 206, 206.50, I would assume Snow tries to push higher. So watch here on Snow, 210.50 supply. Right, I'm watching that 206. I'd like to see it stay within this channel and eventually break out of it. But if we break back under here, then things could get weak again. All right, let's go out to some of these larger term time frames because it's just a thing of beauty. Right, I really just wanted to show you the beautiful daily chart that is Snow. You can see right here. All right, look at this daily chart, guys. You have previous major daily chart highs that we had a breakout above and a perfect pullback into. And, this is just my strategy that we talk about every single day on this live stream and in my videos. I talk about this every single day, the break and retest. And this is the same exact thing, right? This is a break and retest. The only difference this time is I went a little bit heavier into it, right? The only reason I made any more, only reason I've been making more money lately is because I've just taken more size, right? I've traded the same strategy with the same risk management, with the same parameters of entry points, with the same, management of trades. Nothing has changed besides contract size. And that is just a good testament to the ability and to the the scale, the ability to scale up and what's the word I'm looking for? Scale, right? To scale trading, the scalability of trading, right? It's the same exact thing. You just have to take a little bit more size, right? That proves the scalability of trading as a business, right? How scalable trading can be once you solidify that trading strategy, right? That's number one. Once you solidify that strategy that you're going to trade, right, all you have to do is take a little bit more size. And so that's pretty much all I did here on Snow, right? Once again, this is just a break and retest on Snow. Previous highs, previous highs, previous highs, previous highs into new lows. That is a break and retest bounce, right? Perfection. So we'll see if we can get more. Let's see what happens at that 210 today. Netflix. Yeah, down a little bit on Netflix. I took majority of profits on this into close yesterday. Still holding, I think, what am I holding? One contract? Still holding, yeah, just one contract here on Netflix. I'm holding a 580 call. It looks like it's down as of right now, down about 35% on one contract. Yeah, we'll see, right? If this breaks under this 562, it's probably going to move lower, right? I would want to see Netflix maintain here again and try to just start to do this channel dance, right? I would like to see Netflix start the channel here. That's really what you want to see on Netflix, right? Why do you want to see Netflix channel? Okay? Why do you want to see Netflix channel here? This would be a perfect market structure channel, right? Because you would have previous highs, right? Turning into new lows. And it's okay if Netflix just sort of dances in here, you know, probably towards end of week, right? If Netflix dances in this area into end of week, that's actually quite bullish because that could potentially, right, be setting up for that next move higher and that next structure higher, right? And you continue to structure to the upside. So this is your step, right? This is your stair step higher right now. And you're probably going to consolidate for a little bit. And if that's okay, right? That's okay. But it has to, in my opinion, hold this low. I think if Netflix breaks under here, then it's not really consolidating. It's starting to break down, right? So I would want to see it hold around that 5. I think you can give it to 560. I think it could still be considered a consolidation at 560. But you also have that 562. But I definitely could see 560 being sort of that level as well down here around 560. All right. What else? Let's go to What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, Snow, Shop, Meta, Google, Coin. We can go Coin, Microsoft. Oh, we can go SMCI. We'll go SMCI. So, SMCI, man, it's gone, right? It's pretty gone. Okay, let's just say that. Number one, it's pretty gone. There's a few short-term levels you could watch if you're really getting aggressive here. You could watch this 550 and you could watch this 535. Okay? You could watch this 550 and you could watch this 535. That would be the two levels I'd watch, right? Here and here. Those would be the two levels. If SMCI holds 550, then it possibly tries to maintain this previous high and start to hold again, right? Turning these previous highs into new support. That could set this up for more upside. If it gets under 550, then possibly down to that 535, right? Right down into this area here, okay? So 535 right in there would be my next level. 550, 535. I'd personally rather wait for 535. If it breaks that, you're going lower, okay? We'll go Apple. We'll go SPX for you guys. We'll go Amazon, and then we'll jump out. Apple, I don't know, man. Apple's just sort of It's I just really don't have interest in trading it lately. It just hasn't been fantastic of a trade. You have these lows here that it might be where Apple needs to come back down into. All right, I'm really not interested in Apple in this is sort of like ghost town to me on Apple. It's sort of just trading right in the middle of this previous channel, right? You see this channel back here? It's sort of just right back in that channel. So really, where would I want to see Apple? Probably back down to 188, right? Maybe back down to here before I even consider anything on Apple. So I'm not that interested in Apple, guys. This chart's just sort of weak, right? Sort of weak. I would say the only thing I would watch on Apple would be a break back over 193. That's what I would look for. If Apple does not pull back and gets back over 193, then I would watch it again right here. If Apple can get back over these lows and these highs, then I would watch it again at 193. Okay? Amazon, I really don't have much for you. The only thing I'd be watching is this pullback to this previous high today at around this 160. So you could watch right here, 160, 160.7 area. Sorry, it's 160.7. And then you have this low from yesterday at 160. I would probably just watch to see if these levels hold today. 160.7, that's that Friday high. That's that high from yesterday afternoon. And then you can see, right, look at how well that 160 level held yesterday on Amazon. Right here, look at that, 160. So what would I want to see? I would want to see either that or that, 160.7 or 160 on Amazon. We'll go to SPX. If you guys could, we're going to take a second here because obviously, you know, sometimes I need to ask. If you guys could take a second, press that like button for me, that would be fantastic. Guys, SPX, it's still the pullback to the 4,900 level that you really want to see, right? It's still the same analysis as the ES, right? It's the same pullback to the previous breakout point in my eyes. This right here is where you want to see the SPX to potentially long right there, right? I would want to see us back to that 4,900 to long, again, the SPX. That is the same thing as the ES pulling back to the 4,930, right? Right here, what we talked about already. This is really the long entry right there. 4,930, that's what you want to see, right? You want to see this previous high get tested. I do not trust this type of candle, okay? Let's make that very clear. That is a straight up candle. Sure, it's awesome, right? We celebrate it during the moment if we're long, right? And we're like, holy shit, what a move. But this is not a good move for continuation, okay? You need this to pull back. You need this to hold. And you need to re-look at entries lower, right? We're not going to be entering calls somewhere in the middle of this channel or of this candle. We want this pullback to structure. So that's really the key. Stay patient for that. Here's your Nasdaq. You want your Nasdaq to pull back to this 17,630 today, right there. All right, coin, 137 supply. That's it, 137 supply. If you want my levels, go check it out down below. If you want the levels every single day, 137 coin. All right, guys, if you could, press that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Once again, you know, just for fun, you know, here it is again. I'll show it to you 10 times over. That's what I'm in right now. You can see it is 100% live. This is my current positions. As of right now, this morning, up $14,000. And that's that. So I'll keep you guys updated on this. I'll let you know. I'll most likely be taking positions off as we get into the open, taking risk off this portfolio. That is what I'm holding right now. NVIDIA, 5 615 calls. Netflix, 1 580 call. 10 Snow 205 calls. 15 Tesla 195 calls. 10 Tesla 190 calls. And 5 Shopify 83 calls is what I'm holding as of right now. All right. Thank you guys again for being here. I hope you enjoyed the live streams. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.